So in today's video, I wanted to talk a little bit about intention, and I don't mean intention as in having the intention to reach some kind of goals in the world or intention to have a good day or anything along those lines. I mean the real intention that we have when we do the things that we do in the world. Because if we really look at it with honesty, we can see that our intentions aren't always for our own best interest. Generally speaking, we're choosing from the ego, and our intentions are coming from a place of wanting to keep ourselves deceived and keep ourselves separate from the love that we really are. So if we really look at ourselves and ask ourselves with everything that we do, what is our intention in doing it? And just the act of asking that and becoming the watcher as you do the things that you do in the world without holding any guilt or judgment towards yourself, just watching what you do, slowly you start to unravel all your self-deceptions. And you can see that pretty much everything that we do in the world, our intention has been to keep ourselves fooled and deceived, and to keep thinking of ourselves as a separate identity that is just a body and just the reality that we see. Well, let's look at ourselves really, because if you're watching this, then you'd probably consider yourself a spiritual person, as would I. And it's crazy how a lot of the things that we do on the spiritual path is actually doing the complete opposite of what we set out to do, which was, whatever you want to call it, reach enlightenment, find the love that we are, release the ego, call it what you want. But if you actually think about it, I mean, I know for myself that, and it was quite shocking to actually to realize it, and very difficult to accept, but I could see that a lot of my spiritual journey was spent, reading a shit ton of books and really wanting to get as much information and knowledge as I can. But if I'm being really honest with myself, I was doing that because I wanted to appear special in that I had this knowledge, and it's kind of the ego's way of like twisting your spiritual journey into just another game that the ego plays, and another lie and another deception to keep you trapped and to keep you believing in specialness and that you're this separate identity. Yeah, it's really can be quite a complex thing to undo. And if we're honest with ourselves and we look at all the things that we do on our, not just our spiritual path, but just in life in general, can you honestly say that you're meditating to just be there and enjoying spending time with the love that you are? Probably not, no. It's probably because you're trying to reach some far off goal, enlightenment, or maybe you're doing it because that's what you think spiritual people do, and so it's like, oh, I've got to meditate for X amount of time. But if we're not doing it for the simple pleasure of just being and experiencing and feeling the love that we are, then we're doing it for the ego, and we're doing it to continue the ego's lie of separation. And that really goes with anything that we do in this world. If we can honestly ask ourselves when we're doing anything, like, why are we doing this? What's our true intention here? Is our intention giving and receiving the love that we are, or is it something else? Because if the intention is pleasure or pain, then your intention is coming from the ego. We've deceived ourselves so much and for so long, over countless lifetimes, that the deception has become so hidden from ourselves, and it's so painful to look at the truth, because the truth really does hurt. Not in reality, it's all in our minds, it's all a figment of our own imagination, but it hurts because we believe that we separated from the love that we are, that we separated from our source. In essence, we believe that we turned our backs on God. And because of that, we've been carrying around this guilt and this shame and this fear. But yeah, it's the things that we do to deceive ourselves, which are the things that are hiding all of that guilt, shame, and fear. So by really asking ourselves, whenever it is we do anything, what's our intention? Why are we doing it? Is the intention to strengthen the ego and strengthen the belief in separation, or is the intention to just be the love that you are and to give the love that you are? I mean, I've even asked myself that same question in making these videos, and I can actually honestly answer that I'm doing it purely just to give the love that I are. And I know that these videos probably won't get many views, and I don't care, but they're going to find whoever they need to find, even if it's just one person, and one person gets a little something that helps them remember the love that they are, then that's amazing. That's the purpose of life, is to just give and receive the love that we are. That's the purpose of everything. But we've hidden that from ourselves, and we've made the purpose of this world one and only purpose, which is to deceive ourselves and to keep us trapped in the ego, keep us trapped in the lie that we're separate identities, separate bodies. The only way to undo that lie is, over time, learning to just remember constantly that we are infinite pure consciousness, we are love, and to stay mindful with everything that we do and consistently ask ourselves, what is our intention? Why are we doing this? Why are you in the relationships that you're in? Why anything? Why do we do anything? And the reason, obviously, the reason is because, the reason for everything, because our number one intention has always been, and is the reason that we're here, is to keep ourselves hidden from ourselves, to deceive ourselves into believing that we're separate beings, that we're separated from the love that we are. But yeah, if we can stay vigilant and stay mindful, constantly question ourselves. How many of us as well have, questioned the world, and yet we've been doing it on an external level, like looking at, let's just say conspiracies, or, you look at the government, and it could be like the Illuminati or the Freemasons, or whatever it might be. And again, it's always the ego that is trying to place the blame outside of yourself, because the only deception that's happening is inside of you, inside of our own minds. So yeah, I'll leave you with that. I hope that helps, and until next time.